Hi, and welcome back to the Haskell Internship Experience podcast. I'm your host, Michaela Hunter, and I'm here today with Shawn, who is a second-time returning intern. How are you doing today, Shawn?
I'm doing great, Michaela. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Team is the first of Haskell's core values. Can you tell us a little bit more about what teams you're working with, what school you go to, what degree you're studying for, and what team you work with here at Haskell?
I go to the University of Central Florida down in Orlando. I study mechanical engineering at UCF, and I'm really proud to be a part of the SolidWorks Student Leadership Program at UCF. I'm wearing their shirt today. And essentially, we teach students SolidWorks for free on campus, allow them to get experience in 3D modeling and get certifications for free, so that they can enter the workplace with some already built-in skills that are really valuable for, people that are hiring. So I'm really proud to be part of that team and really proud to be the president of that organization. And here at Haskell specifically, I'm working with the private facilities mechanical team, or Legacy CPG, and I'm working under Daniel Zvara and Phil Tolstorff. And they're really nice people. I really love my team here. They're all great to work with. Super helpful if I have any questions.
At Haskell, we create things that matter. Can you talk about maybe some of the projects you've been working on as a part of your internship?
So I've been working mainly on a classroom expansion in Chino, California. And I've been working with Phil Tolstorff on that one. He's my mechanical lead. The role I'm filling in that project is almost sort of similar to that one of a full-time team member with Phil's guidance. So he's sort of training-ish to be a lead mechanical and leading me through the process of the whole mechanical engineering scope. It really allows me to get a full depth view of what it's like to work here at Haskell, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
So this is your second summer with us. Can you talk about some of your favorite aspects of your internship experience?
Some of my favorite aspects are the other interns, to be completely honest with you. One of the most interesting part of the Haskell experience is just the people you surround yourself with, because everyone's, trying to be better and trying to better themselves, but as well, they're lifting you up with them. And so having everyone with that same sort of mindset is really awesome to work with.
Haskell is committed to providing team members with the best job of their lives. Can you tell us some reasons why this has been the best internship of your life?
I feel like it's been the best internship of my life because I'm learning the most that I ever have in such a short amount of time. You learn a lot at school, and it's all very, test-based, and you learn this for the test, and you do this, and you answer questions on it. But here at Haskell, I feel like I'm actually learning things that are very, very applicable. Like I can go home and I can look at my broken AC unit in my house, which it's so hot at home. But I can see, there's not enough airflow coming through because I learned, all about the CFMs and everything, how air moves here at Haskell through just going over it over and over again and learning how it works, how it's designed, what are the standards associated with that. So I feel like the amount of trust that Haskell's placed in me in order to execute some of these projects and learn and just continually ask questions has really made it the best job of my life.
Haskell is built on a foundation of core values of team excellence, service, and trust. Can you talk about how you've seen these on display during your internship?
I'd say excellence is the foremost one that I see a lot of the time, because when I'm doing project work and everything, excellence is always at the forefront. You got to make sure that everything's correct and everything's done to the client's standards, and so it's presented correctly. And that's always at the back of our minds when we're working, is how will this look to the client? What does the client need from this space? What does the client want? That really drives the excellence portion, because if we can deliver a great product to them, then we know we're doing a great job on the back end. And I'd say that also goes hand in hand with team in my experience, because as an intern, I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm not entirely sure, about everything I'm doing yet. So I'm asking people around me, even people who are not my direct managers, and they have their opinions and their experiences. One of my neighbors, a full-time team member named Eric, he used to work in the field as a foreman. And so he's got a lot of experience with how the mechanical systems are actually installed. And so I can ask him, hey, does this design that I'm working on, does that translate well to the field? Or do you know like a history of field orders with this specific type of product, and et cetera? So that if there's a whole bunch of mishaps on the building and the construction side, Eric can sometimes say, hey, maybe shift this direction if that works for you, because this can be really difficult in the field. And so I feel like those team and excellence I've seen that firsthand.
What would you tell a college student who's considering an internship with Haskell?
I would tell them to go for it. People would always tell me college is the most interesting part of your life. You get to discover who you are at college and in your early 20s. And so I feel like by coming to Haskell, even if you're not entirely sure about what you're doing, what you want to do for the future, this can be a really great space to learn exactly. Maybe you find out that you love designing products, but you thought you were going to be an electrical engineer. Or, maybe you found out, this doesn't really interest me as much as I thought it did. Then this is a great experience to find that out. And if you do find out that you do love what you do, and I think I have found that I do love this sort of work here at Haskell, then it's really, it's even better because it's, I've found a job already in that field and internship, which has really expanded my knowledge and everything of the field. And I found out I like to do it as well. So any internship, even one at Haskell, was always very beneficial for a college student. I'd say go for it.
What advice would you give a new intern to make the most of their experience?
Making the most of your experience, asking questions. Always pester people with questions. You may think you're being annoying, but literally everything that you can ask a question about, someone has probably asked that question beforehand, and they already have an answer prepared for you. And even if there's not an answer prepared for you, you're going to do the research. Someone's going to help you find the answer. And I think that's just more beneficial as always, because the more you ask, the more you're going to learn. But if you don't ask, you never will learn.
As we wrap up this episode, do you want to leave the audience with your favorite quote?
I do have a favorite quote. It's something my late grandfather used to say. Yeah, he always said, do good and be good. And so, growing up, my grandfather lived with us growing up, and he was an impactful figure in my life. And when he passed, he was pretty sad for me, but I always kept it in mind to do good and be good, because he passed in the middle of the school year, and I kept my grades up for him, and I'm, living and I'm making him proud every single day by doing as well as I can and trying to be as good of a person as I can. So that's really stuck with me.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today. I really enjoyed our conversation, and I hope that you have a great rest of your summer. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of the Haskell Internship Experience podcast. Thanks for watching.